Hello! Welcome to the crafting session of the night. It's Thursday. Love Thursdays because, hey, it's Lauren here from Stampin' Up! And Color the Kitty. I hope you're ready to craft with me because I'm just getting prepared. I'm on after 7 but before 7:30, so progress. Getting there. Getting there. And, yeah, feel free to come on, say hi, help me with crafting. All right. I'm just trying to get myself situated here. So let's get started. Hey, it's me, Lauren. Welcome. So this is the Thursday edition that I usually craft. So here's the thing. I was really going to make this card, but in the cat version. But then this came today. So we're going to maybe do both, but we'll see as we go. But I got to see the paper pumpkin kit. It's new. It's just arrived. It's Lovely Lavender. I love lavender. So I want to dig right in and see this kit. So, Paper Pumpkin by Stampin' Up!, if you're new to all of this, is a subscription monthly crafty kit. It's no commitment. You can cancel anytime. You can skip a month anytime. Kind of. You can skip the month before it bills out. That's what I meant to say. And I've been more or less a 99% subscriber since 2019. So I've got a lot of these kits around the house after so many years. And I've been more recently getting into actually depleting the kits because I got so many of them. It's like, I don't need so many. But no, they're really great kits. And I keep the boxes because I turn them into storage, just super useful. Alright, so here we go. Oh my god! Okay, I'm excited for a reason. Here, let me get this open. Because that stamp, where is it? Belongs to these dies. Okay, so what they're doing this season, this winter springy, is the January, February, and March kits. All three coordinate with the Love of Spring dies, and I have the die for that love. Oh yes. I'm pretty sure. I gotta open it up. And that's a nice freaking surprise. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the die for that love. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Which I don't really need it for that, but it's still. But you know what? Okay, that's still giving me an idea. That is giving me an idea. Okay, that is so cool. So cool. Oh, I could have used that last week, seriously. When I made this card, I ended up die cutting it twice to get that. Oh my goodness, that is so good. I'm excited. Okay, that's fun. But I love how this time around, they're making the add-on relevant to 3 kits, not just 1. That's a huge difference. And I had to get these dies early in the month when I could. It's like, I gotta get them. As far as I know, they're still available. I'll have to check. Actually, I'm gonna check right now. Are those dies still available? Because me talking about it's gonna be pointless if they're gone. Let me see here. Waiting for my internet. Love. Oh, come on. Love of Spring. Let's see. Yes, they are still available. They're $16.50 for the dies. I'm pretty sure I'm on the Canadian site. And they're really cool. I love how they coordinate with the 3 kits. Hey! Hi, Marlene. Hi, Jenny. Thanks for tuning in. Jenny, did you get this kit? So the other stamps here is just a little something for you. We also have Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, that's nice. And then With Love. Oh, that's really nice. I'm good, Jenny. How are you doing? And all paper pumpkin kits come with... Ooh, there's the ink. Oh, gorgeous grape. Come all wrapped in nice papers. The tissue paper. Which is also useful if you keep the tissue paper for something. Purple. Okay, let me get more organized here because I am disorganized. Alright, let's get a little more organized. All right, so I'm gonna be crafting with this kit because it's new and I gotta. And I might use those dyes, but we'll see. But pretty, look at the purple, purple. I love purple. Gorgeous grape is a great color. All right, let's get this open. I saw a preview of this online today. One of the team members posted. I think she did an alternate. I don't know. I just did enough of glancing through. I'm like, oh, pretty, but I didn't look too closely because I wanted to wait till I got home so I could craft with this. And I don't know if I'm going to have time to do my other Valentine card, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know yet. I might get too into this kit. I'm loving the purple so far. Alright, so all this comes in a nice bundle. We have included this month some thread, which I believe is crumb cake kind of color, which is a great color for thread. We got the dimensionals, which are foam adhesives. Oh, the envelopes always does me in. Ooh. Oh, the envelopes are different colors, so we got 2 styles of envelopes. And if you know me, I will cut up these envelopes later, but that will be a different date and time. But yeah, very nice envelopes on the purple. So we got some die cuts here of tags and some other beautiful stuff, which I don't know how that works. We got some beautiful card bases with lots of purple. I might have to cut these up. I'm gonna have to. We got some other things, some squares with, it looks like purple again. Lots of purple. We got the crumb cake kind of thing happening here, which even then I might cut one of them up. More purple, more tags. Tags. Oh, we got some glue dots. Well, that's good. We also have, well, there's a lot of stuff in this actually. We got some leafy die cuts. Oh, wow. We got some more die cuts, and we got the love. I have the dies to go with that now, so I can always make more of the love. Okay. And then, of course, chipboard. I keep these because that's my dogs like to chew them, so I kind of keep them for that. But off to the side for now. And then we have here, oh, they even include the insert for the stamps. Because what they're doing, a new thing they're doing this year is past paper pumpkin kits. They'll have printed on here the stamps, but now they're not doing it anymore. So this is kind of a nice little insert to put into a clear case, which is a great idea. Alrighty. So, question for ladies and gents watching. Do you want to see the new kit, or do you want to see my Valentine doggy or kitty card? Do you want Valentine pet or purple? And I'll wait a moment and see what the comments are. Because I could be here for 3 hours crafting, but I don't think that's a good idea. So I'm waiting for your votes. But yeah, paper pumpkin kits are awesome. And it comes usually with, generally it's cards. This time it's 8 cards, 8 envelopes, and 4 tags. Well, that's actually a nice combination for a change. And so we got the 4 and the 4, the tags. I'm not big on tags, but they're really, really nice. So, okay, so Jenny says puppy. Yeah, but you also wanted a kitty. Now, the cool part of the puppy or kitty card is I got this accordion thing on the inside, which is really, really neat. So I'll just give it another moment. If there's any other votes, do we want Valentine pet or lavender? Purple. That way I know which one I'm starting with. Okay. Jenny still says kitty. You know, we'll do, because I originally planned this, we'll do kitty. Because the reason being, 2 reasons. These, okay, maybe not the kitty and the puppy, but the paper, the butterflies, the love are still available, including this paper is still available. Versus this is, you have to subscribe, but this is already passed. And if you want this one, you have to wait till it's a refill kit and then buy it later as a subscriber. So it's a bit of a pain in the butt. Alright, we'll do this variation. I might change it a little bit tonight. So we'll start with this card, and if we got time, we'll do some lavender. How's that? Alright, so I'm going to put everything back in the box. That way I can still stick to my original plan. Alright, so let's pack everything up with the new kit. Da, 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 da. Okay, new kit is packed. We'll do the puppy kitty. It'll be kitty card this time, actually. Alright, so I'm just gonna get a little more situated here. So the difference of the kitty card is I use some retired products, to be fair. I know you can't see it. My lighting is in here is not so great. So this is the kitty hole punch. Here, we'll flip over this way. This is the puppy one. The puppy one has a little heart. These, unfortunately, are retired, as well as this heart hole punch. But the paper is really nice. I'm just trying to dig and look for stuffs. To remember all my pieces, as I'm getting very disorganized. Alright, so to start with this card is, I didn't use it the first time, I'm not using it this time, but futuristic. Use thick cardstock. No, thicker than the normal, because it's pretty flimsy when you put in the accordion on the inside. So you could get away with the thinner, but use thicker. I do have thicker, but it's totally tucked away. And so what I did was I cut this 4 1/4, and this is by 11 inches. So normally we cut from 8.5 and 11. It'll be from the 5.5 point. This time it's the opposite way of the sheet to cut it at 4 1/4. So it's a little different. And so it's like a hot dog fold is how some people call it. So let's get started. Let's get this folded. Jenny, you need to make a new order list. Well, if you need help to understand which products are current and which isn't, unfortunately, the 3-hole punches tonight are not current, unfortunately. But from time to time, they come up with some really good stuff. All right, so I've got this folded. So even though it's a hot dog card means why it's called hot dog card, I don't know. It's like this way, but we're going to go this way. All right. So then I'm going to get more organized here because I got like stuffs everywhere on the table. Oh my goodness. I'm a very disorganized crafter, I will admit. Alright, so I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer very momentarily. I'm just prepping. Now I'm going to show you the most adored paper, which is where we got this card's papers from. So Sale-A-Bration is happening right now. Sale-A-Bration is a really fun time that it rewards people who order during January and February. How it works is anyone who makes, in Canada, a $60 order can select a free product. This is one of them, as an example. We have a bunch of decorative papers, we have some stamps, we have some dies, we have some embellishments. There might be more in that, I can't remember. There's also a really good join promotion, just to kind of tease. The join promotion to this month and next month includes, if you can see under my taped papers, I got 2 of them here, is the Stampin' Up! Version to these glass mats. And I personally like to cover it with paper, but these glass mats are great for blending ink on it. They're clean, they're easily washable. Stampin' Up! Has made their own, because I've had these for years from the dollar store. To be fair, they're not official Stampin' Up! That's also why I'm covering it, because they're not official. But we have a really neat glass mat this time around. It also includes a silicone mixing thingy, and as well as a cloth. Now demos can order it, but later on, because what happened was it was available as a pre-order, but the demos, like those who grabbed onto it, grabbed it like instantly. So then the rest of us couldn't order it. I mean, I've got my 2 here, so I'm good for now. But anyone new who joins right now has the option of getting the Stampin' Up! Version of the glass mat. And it's actually bigger than mine. I have 2. It's like 12 by 12s, almost kind of thing. Theirs is bigger. So I had to share. Okay, I could talk forever. Seriously. So here is the beautiful paper. So we'll look at the most adored paper for a minute or few. And then I'll kind of do the same kind of card, because why not? So as you can see, this is the kind of color I already used. I plan to use some of this tonight, so I'll leave that piece off to the side. I've got this cutesy as well. I'm going to need some of that. There's the puppy hole punch from earlier. Now, I'm not showing very well. So this is Specialty Designer Series paper, where the one side's a nice pattern, the other side has gold. So this sheet, I'll show you the full sheet in the short, but this is like a piece that I cut up last week. It's got golds on it. Other than the hole punch in the bottom, you get the idea. Like, look how beautiful this paper is. Like, I love this paper. And then we got some hearts. So we'll do a tour of the paper. I love this. Because I might change up the concept a bit tonight. I don't know. I might do something a little different. We'll see. So again, here's the full sheet of this one. Whoops, as I hit the camera. But isn't all this beautiful? Like, so generally with the decorative papers, you get 2 sheets of each style, generally. Then this, I know it looks like little circles. It's actually little hearts. Probably can't see it because I don't have my camera settings very well. And then very nice floral. It's just specifically for the card we're making. I liked what I did in the inside the first time. So that's what we'll be doing. So here's the full sheet of what I used before. That way you can really see the effect of, you know, hearts going this way, hearts going that way. That way, sometimes you have to carefully plan where to cut the paper to get the concept. Sometimes it's like universal direction, doesn't matter. Other times it's plan where you're cutting, because it's really, really important. And then we got the hearts again. Like, this is just beautiful. And then we got like that marble color in just pink, which is really, really pretty. All right, and then we got more floral, and then the last one's that pink one again. Okay, so we've done the tour of the paper. I really want to piece this. I know this is going to kill like most of what I have left, but I really want a piece of that, so I'm going to put it off to the side. I'm going to kind of sort of put these back into a heap as I debate my pattern. Because I really liked the animal in this color. I don't know why. It just worked really, really well. I did like this as well. You know what? I'm just going to do the same card. But instead of a puppy, it'll be a kitty. How's that? And feel free to chime in with any questions, comments. Because this is my time every week I make for you. So any questions about the products, assuming it's within reach of my hands. Because my room is a general, like a room of controlled chaos. All right. I might change up the design a little bit tonight as well as we go. So I just want to look at this as a guide. Also, I forgot to tell you, duh, because I'm all scatterbrained. All the decorative papers tells you the colors that coordinates. In this case, I hear a puppy under me. Flirty Flamingo, which is a pink, real red, and then gold. And that is so useful when you're crafting with Stampin' Up! Papers. It tells you the coordinating colors. So if you have that cardstock, it's even better. It is even so much better. Now, I'm in the mood tonight. Oh, yeah, there's a puppy right under me. Just checking who it is. I think it's little Princess Ivy. Princess Ivy's had a busy day. She went to the vet for her checkup, and she's a good girl. Although the feedback is she's a slightly overweight, but that's okay. We kind of figured, because she's a really good little eater, that little baby boo. Ooh, I'm dropping things. All right. Now, I'm just looking for something. I want, for tonight, red cardstock. Problem is, I don't think I have real red. But I'm going to substitute, so bear with me a few minutes as I dig around for some substitute cardstock, because I have a bit of a surplus here of other, which is literally right beside my camera. So let me just grab some cardstock. Ooh, there's my color. There's my color right there. That's the color I want. So I'm just going to grab a piece here, because I am substituting. And I'm going to kind of put some of this back in order. There we go. Nah. Oh, I'm making a mess here. I just didn't realize I had more of a problem here with cardstock tonight. Alright, so I'm just gonna do this horribly. Okay, I'll put that back in the pile later. Because I could spend like 20 minutes reorganizing my cardstock. Alright, I'm just gonna kinda... And I just dropped another piece. Crafting with Lauren! It's chaotic. Alright, let me grab that piece before Big Doodle eats it, because he's likely to eat paper. The princess, she likes paper as well, but she's okay. So I think that color is a really close match, and I think that's going to work tonight. Alright, so I'm going to slightly modify the original card. Alright, so bring in my paper trimmer. And then I had a card base here somewhere. I now know where it is. So measurements, because I don't say it often enough. So this is, when folded, let's measure it up, 5.5 by 4.25. Yeah, 4.25. So I want to go a 1/4 inch less. So that is, actually, let me check the measurement of this card piece, because of this cardstock, because some of these are in, okay, that is 11 inch by 8.5. Want to make sure, because some of these are different size from unknown sources. Alright, so I want to go a 1/4 inch less. So I'm going to cut 5.25. And this piece already put away by 4. And I should be happy with that. Okay, we got that. And then this goes away. Because the idea is to put that on top. And it just gives a nice little white border. Now from there, I want to go 1/8 less from that size. So, 1/8. Me and fractions are not great. I could explain it on this ruler, but you guys can't see it, but I'll explain it on this one. So, if you know your inches, or you need a guide, you can get this online. So this is one, we'll pretend this is a big oversized 1 inch. And this gives you the breakdown of knowing. So 1/4 inch is there. I want to go 1/2 of a 1/4 inch, which is 1/8. Which is a great guide if you're like me who cannot remember measurements. So there we go. So I want to do 5 1/8. There we go. By, it was 4, but we're going to go, it'll be 3 7/8 is the math I want. Because sometimes just going a hair little less makes all the difference. And in this little strip, I'm just not going to keep. Okay, so we're good. I'm going to put the paper trimmer aside for now. We will come back to it shortly. That way I can double check how am I doing here. I just feel like turning it the other way. So when this glues on, assuming I did this right, it just creates a nice little border, which just gives it a little more layer and dimension. Because with the original one, I wish they had that red border. But that just gives it a sharp little more, which is really, really cool. Nice and pretty and different, but cool. Alright, so that's that. And then I'm going to need a kitty and some hearts and a love. Alright, so this paper I'm going to put off to the side for the moment. Also need to do the inside accordion too. So we'll get to that. Actually, we'll cut that now. Alright. So this paper, I'm going to use the pretty hearts. And then I need 4 by 12 for this. It's such a big piece we're working with. So this whole side is 12 inches. So let's go 4 by 12. And then this goes off to the side because I don't need that anymore. Alright, so I got this big piece of paper that's going to go on the inside. Now, we're not cutting anymore. We're going to be scoring. That's going to make a little more room here. And we gotta score 3 inch in, and then 1 inch in between. So I'll explain as we go. So the trimmer has a cutting blade and a scoring blade. And I gotta remember to use the scoring blade because I've done it where I'm prepping for a card class. I go to score and I grab the wrong blade and I cut my paper and it's ruined. Anyway, so I'm gonna start at the 3 inch mark and score. Okay. And then the 4 inch mark, score. 5 inch mark, score. 6 inch mark, score. 7 inch mark, 1/8 inch mark, and then one more 9 inch mark. We're scoring again. And this technique I'm really thinking of featuring in my February class, Trusty Tools. So if you want in on it, let me know. So this now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 score marks on there. You can't even see it because it is there. We'll fold shortly. So there, that is done. So I think that's mostly it. Mostly it for the paper trimmer, although we will need it a little while later. Alright, so then, just remembering how I folded. So then just kinda take the first score mark, fold in. This one, trying to make it really good. Alright, and open it up. And then from there, so that's, I forget how you fold, but it's like in and out, so that. And then I go the opposite way. Then the opposite, like just kind of create the accordion by folding back and forth. I forget how the presenter I saw this described it. I don't remember the phrasing. Because it was a phrasing that I'm not used to hearing it, so I don't know. And it's okay if it's not perfect. We'll kind of fix it at the end. But the score lines help guide you where to go. And then one more. And then there we go. Now we got this neat little booklet. And then from here, bring in your bone folder. And try to score. Like try to burnish those folds as best you can. Just going to flip over and do the same thing. And then kind of open it up, and if I need to score a little, like burnish a little more. And that creates the cool part of the inside of the card. And then the presenter who I watched this suggested, when you're done, kind of like rest it under the book for a night because it really helps flatten it. But there is our accordion inside. Just really, really pretty. So it's a little finicky to work with in the beginning. Okay, so we got that. All right, we're going to continue on. Now's the fun part, which is the hole punch. So we're going to get a cat hole punch. Here we go. And I'm just going to line up here, make sure it's fully covered. Meow. There's a kitty cat. And even this side's cool too, but I want the red for tonight. And then that sheet, I'm done. And then back to now the puppy hole punch. I want the little heart for a reason. So I'm just looking at the papers. Actually, gonna bring back that red for a sec because there's method to my madness. I know I'm at the edge of the camera here because that gets me a little golden heart off of the golden edge of the paper on this, which works beautifully. Maximizing your designer series paper is super important when it comes to this. So I've got the little teeny tiny heart that goes off to the side, and then on this one, hole punch, and I'll do one more. So I'm going to grab some scissors. Just kind of cut that edge a little better. Or no, I'll grab it from here. There we go. There we go. So I got all my hearts. I kind of cropped the bottom of that one, but that's okay. Okay, so we got all the, so yeah, we're good for the decorative paper. Alright. And then I'm going to try something new tonight. Or no, I'm not. I'm back and forth. I'm thinking about that love stamp. But I'm not going to go for it tonight. I want to. Alright, I'm just going to take a quick moment to put some of these pieces away. It makes a world of difference later if I'm a little bit more organized. And it gives me a quick minute to think through my idea. So I've got a bit of an idea in my head. And I'm really curious if I think I have Flirty Flamingo ink. I'm going to look for it. Because I'm still hooked on that love stamp for some reason. Alright, just bear with me a few minutes as I dig through the chaotic art room and look for my box of little ink spots. Dig, dig, dig. Because I keep like everything really stacked away because I only have so much space in here, which makes it sometimes really complicated. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, I got a box here. Is this the box I'm thinking of? Nope, that's not the box I'm thinking of. So I decorate these boxes, but that's not the one I'm looking for. Alright, this might be the one. No, come on, come on. Alright, so all my past ink spots I keep in old paper pumpkin kits. So here we go. So there's two colors in mind. Real Red and Flirty Flamingo. And generally it helps to store them upside down. I heard somewhere, because it keeps the ink a little more in play. Because these dry out really, really fast. There is a trick to use water, if need be, to kind of slightly bring back some of the ink. And you can actually get the ink refill liquids as well, which I've yet to get my hands on some. So I'm just doing a quick look to see if... I have two boxes of these, so if this has what I'm looking for, which it might not. Because I really should organize these a little better. Hey Jenny, what's your question? What's really? Because there's always a lag, and I don't know what I said that prompted that. So I just need a minute or two to look for my ink. I love how some of them are labeled. Makes a world of difference. Of course, my sweater's bugging me tonight. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm almost through this box. So I want to stay with the color family tonight, which is not going very well. It's probably in the other box, knowing my luck. Oh, what's this color? Okay, Blackberry Bliss, not the color I'm looking for. Oh, they're upside down because supposedly the ink settles onto... So, for example, when you have the ink pad like right side up, the ink settles to the bottom. First, when they're upside down, the ink is going to settle to the surface of the sponge. Is what I think I heard. I think that's the reason. And so I store them upside down. And then I take labels and mark the bottoms so I know what they are. Because otherwise, here's the game of I'm trying to find two colors that are not in this box. Alright, so it's gotta be the other box. I looked all throughout this one, it's not here. Okay, box number 2. Box number 2 is not as full, so it shouldn't take as long. Come on. And little Princess Ivy is right under my foot. But another thing is, because I find these ink spots dry out really fast, so a drop of water goes a long way. Okay, there. Real Red and Flirty Flamingo. Okay, found my two colors. There we go. All of that for nothing. Alright, so let me get these put away. Let me get my desk back in some sequence here, because I've got a pile of stuff just over here, as you can see. And then I'm also going to need some white paper. So this is my bag of scraps and scraps and scraps of white from various usages and that. And I really need to work this down. And yeah, so I'm just going to grab a couple of pieces. Like, it doesn't really matter the size. It does matter the size, bigger the better. So there. So I'm going to need a couple little pieces later. So I need to use up this white paper. So a lot of my classes will feature a little bit of scraps just to try to work down. I have so many. So warning. Alright. So let's get some of the stuff put away. Okay. Now we're back. So, oh no, I am missing a heart. Yep, I have officially lost a heart. I have lost one of my hearts. Oh shoot. Oh, found it. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna put these just on the side there. That way I don't lose them. Okay. Alright. Let's get going here. Okay. I also need to die cut the love, because I'm keeping that consistent with this project. And I'm just checking on who's around. Princess Ivy is under me. Buddy is probably upstairs taking a nap with Dada, which is fine. Alright, so we're going to do some die cut, because I love die cuts. I gotta be careful not to step on little princess. And for ease for me, I'm just going to use the big die cut machine, even though the little one would do just as fine. But I'm just so used to having the big one nearby that it just does everything. It does all the stuff that the little one can't do. So I'm just going to take this white cardstock, take the love, put it on. At least you can kind of see what I'm doing. Load her up. And go. And that creates that cut, which is nice. There we go. And that is awesome. And that is, I think, the only die cut we're doing tonight. Yeah, I'm really loving those dies with the add-on paper pumpkin kit. Like, I didn't think I was going to love them that much. And now I'm excited. There's a stamp to go with that love. That is absolutely exciting. Alright, so then, as you can see, there's white paper in there. I got to punch that out. So to punch it out, I got to find a tool here somewhere. My Take Your Pick tool, which has multiple attachments. These are the main two I keep on this end. The pokey stick and then the spatula. So then, yeah. And then there's little holes in the dies to help punch out the paper, because it will get stuck, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. That way it frees up that paper. And I'm being really gentle, because I kind of use thin white paper there. But there's love. Nice, perfect die cut. Alright. And then, so I'm going to put that with the kitty. It's just off the view. So then this, I'm just going to borrow the die for a moment. I'm tempted to stamp on here. It might not go well. Now I'm thinking the real red will do, and I might ruin my paper, and that's okay. Worst case, I'll just do a die cut and put it on top. Alright, so I need a block, and which is here somewhere. I got lots of supplies nearby. And I need a new paper pumpkin stamps. Which is in the new kit. I have to find it, because I should have left it out. There we go. So what I need to do is two things. I gotta do a test stamp because I gotta check my ink and make sure my ink is decent because I don't really know how it's gonna work tonight. And next Thursday, to tease already, I have an order coming in. So to kind of explain it is, our Stampin' Up! Team has a bunch of rewards, and I was able, actually, before I go on a tangent, see this stamp is kind of flimsy, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle? To get the perfect lining, flip it over and just put it on the table, like that. And then it naturally lines up perfectly, or it should. And then take the block and kind of reverse engineer, and there we go. In case you have a stamp that's super wiggly and you move it the wrong way, because I had that with the bears one. I kept mucking it up. Anyway, so the tangent, two tangents. I'm going to season the stamp. And what that is because it's a brand new stamp, I've never used it before. I'm just rubbing my hand on it to see. They kind of work off the manufacturer, like, you know, whatever it is. You know when you buy a new piece of clothing, you're supposed to wash it before you wear it? That type of example. In dishes, you buy new dishes, wash them before you use them. Same applies to Tupperware. You mirror your Tupperware before you use it. So that type of concept. So I'm going to bring back my white piece of paper because I just want to do a test stamp in both the Real Red and the Flirty Flamingo to kind of get a feel for, and it also gives the stamp a chance to have its first stamping, because the more you use the stamps, the better they are, which is really, really nice. That turned out quite nice, really light. So I'm just going to clean. That way I'm not mixing colors, because I don't want to mix colors. And let's try with the Real Red and see how this is going to look. The red's a more darker color, which I still might put some water in it. So also why I have paper on the table is if I ever just want to do a test, but because I got this white piece of scrap anyway, I'm like, I'm going to use the white scrap. Yeah, so the red's a little bit problematic, but I can work with it. But what I'm thinking of doing is, on this piece, I want to stamp the word love, and for some reason, the pink is working much better than the red, in my opinion. Okay, so we're going to do the pink. That goes off to the side again. I'm just going to leave that the way it is, because a little bit of ink on there ain't a bad thing. I'm going to take my Flirty Flamingo ink. I'm going to do the water trick, so let me clear some space. I got to find some water, which is totally tucked away from the desk. So let's see if I can reach it while clinging to I got microphone cable stuck to me, because I got my water from work just behind. Oh. So this water is way more than enough. I don't need the entire thing of water. I just knew it was nearby, and I've got some water in it. All right, so then take the ink spot, open it up. Take a straw. So I'm going to take a sip of water. And then, you know how the straw has that little bit of a drop at the end? There, I just put a drop in the ink, and there we go. And that's how you kind of rejuvenate your ink spots a little bit to get a little more life out of them. All right, so I got that. I gotta put the water down. I gotta watch out for my baby doodle on the floor. So then I'm gonna bring back the white paper, do another test run. That way help work out the ink and see if that makes it any better. It'll be a little watery, especially if you put more than one drop of ink. But much darker than the first one, eh? Much better. So there we go. That worked. So now we're going to take this and we're going to stamp on it in the corner here, top corner. So put a good generous amount of ink on there, especially with the ink spots because they're small and they dry out really fast. There we go. And then take this. and press on there. I'm putting a lot of good pressure on there. And lift up. And not bad. Not bad. It came up a little bit lacking, but that's okay. But there's a trick to that. So I'm just going to clean my stamp. And I'm going to check to see if this will work. I got a little bit of water on that clear block, but that's okay. And yes, the stamps will change color. It just makes them work even better. Because it's got that well-loved look to them. Some of them get really colorful, even if you clean them so many times. Alright, so a little trick I learned, that if I don't stamp it really well, is take the Stampin' Up! Pencils, and I'm just checking my colors, because I'm trying to remember, do I have Flirty Flamingo? I can't remember anymore what colors I have or don't have or whatever. I might be wrong. Yeah, Flirty Flamingo. There we go. Helps when you know your colors. As I make a mess of everything here. So then take this and just kind of color. I'm actually going to get a sharpener. That'll make a world difference. And just kind of color on top. It just sharpens the lines a little better. It doesn't have to be Stampin' Up! Pencils, to be honest. Just whatever you have that's as close to the color as possible. If you're really stuck and you don't have the color or something. Of course, I think I just broke the lid on that. So this is, yeah, the lid's broken. And my good sharpener is not in the room. So I gotta make do with this crappy sharpener. I'm gonna use the other blade on this thing, because I gotta change out the blade on it. Because this is something I learned that stamping. And if I have the color or a close enough color, it just sharpens it. Because most of the L is really good. I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of a once over. The loop down kind of got a little messed up. My sweater's really bugging me today. But already, that L is looking so much better. Yeah, that looks so much better already. And just take your time with the colored pencil. Or marker or whatever, but I still say colored pencil because you can sharpen it to a really fine point. And just take your time and work in that. And that is looking really, really good. And now somebody's chirping me. Okay. Just had to quickly peek and see, and I know who it is. And then down this way. But yeah, this technique is wonderful. If you just want to, if your stamping is not 100% great, and you just want to sharpen it a little more, this will do it. Yeah. Doesn't that just look so much better now? Alright, so that is done. So I can put the pencils away. I had to bring a little bit of coloring in tonight. It's typical me. And this card is taking a lot longer than I intended. Okay. Now, another thing we're gonna need some string soon. But we'll get to that shortly. Okay. Which is gonna be different to do tonight. Alright. Alright, we're going to build the inside of the card first. So take our card base, open it up. Take this. Make sure I'm good. I don't have any residue of stuff. Put the accordion back together. And then on the one side, put a bunch of glue. So I'm going to use Stampin' Seal Plus tonight. And get a generous amount of adhesive on it because it's going to have to stay together. Because you don't want your card to fall apart, do you? So there we go. So I've got glue on just that bit, so I'm just going to open it up and kind of hang on to it as I stick my fingers in it. So on the left side, make sure it's directional. Because it's a 1/4 inch less, make sure my border is really, really good. And then just kind of glue. There we go. And then fold up the accordion for a moment, just kind of check it. But then, when I glue this, I'm going to put a generous amount of glue on this side. The presenter suggested when I was watching this is, don't just fold this. No, she said take the piece and bring it over to the other side. Same thing. Do that 1/4 inch less border. I know it looks a little hard to do, but it is so easy to do. And there we go. And then glue that on. And there we go. There is our accordion. Perfect. Yeah, I'm so thinking of featuring this in my February class. She even had like items put inside, which I don't want that so much. Alright, so I've got that. And I'm going to need a paper trimmer one more time. So this is a 3x4. I want to put a piece of white paper there. So I got to cut a 1/4 inch less of 3x4. So if you know what that is, it is a 1/4 inch less of 4 is 375. A 1/4 inch less of 3 is 275. There we go. So that way we still have a little piece to write on the inside. And yes, I haven't done the giveaway for last week's card yet. I haven't got around to it. It is on my to-do list. I should have that announced tomorrow or this weekend. So no worries. So I just put glue on there, bring this back, and glue that on. There we go. That way I got a nice little spot to write a message for somebody. And then, again, yeah, it helps to overnight fold this up and let it sit. Alright, so now we're going to build the front. Because as you can see, it sits up really open. Okay, so then let's bring back all this stuff. So we're going to glue this onto there. And I'll put this on at the end. But I just want to show this step. Alright, so I got that. And then because it was 1/8 of an inch different, I gotta be really, really careful. And I just put that on crooked. And I used a really good seal, which is a bad thing. If you're new to crafting, don't use the Seal Plus. Use the regular seal, because this comes off a lot easier. But because I'm so used to, and I didn't put pressure on it, so it'll still be good. So then come back in again. You might see my head and my glasses, and that's okay. And just take my time. And it's still crooked, and you know what? I'm going to roll with it. And that's okay. I don't usually do 1/8 often because it's such a difficult size. Alright, so there we go. There's that. Okay. So I just want to check out stuff. So there's our kitty cat. The kitty cat will go on there, but not yet. I'm going to take some red thread. It might be cherry cobbler thread. I don't really know. It might be real red. But either way, it'll do. I don't have much of it left. So I'm going to unravel some. Flip my kitty over. I'm going to put a little bit of seal on the kitty's paw area. A glue dot would work as well. And then kind of sorta on the back end, put a little bit of thread, and then we're going to wrap around the kitty paw a couple of times. And then just make sure the back end sticks. And then from there, we're going to grab some dimensionals and put the kitty onto this panel piece. So grab some dimensionals. I'm just going to get 3-ish going for now. I'm just cutting the borders because it's so useful to use up every little bit of crafty goodness. And I know it's still attached to the spool, but that's intended. Oh, I got my little bucket thing way over here for today. Alright, so then put the kitty in the corner. There we go. And I could put a little teeny tiny dimensional on her little tail. So I'm going to cut a little itty bitty. And then very carefully somehow put a dimensional on her. There we go. Okay. So then from here, I want to map out my project. So then from there, I'm just going to take a cut. Alright, so that part is done. So that ribbon is good. And then we're going to get some glue dots in a moment and glue that string thread where I want it to be. That way it's like a kite is what my vision was for this really cute project. And at this rate, we're an hour in. We are not going to do the new paper pumpkin kit. Just not enough time because I totally got distracted. It's amazing how long it takes to make like one card, eh? So I'm just going to put a glue dot there, peel off the cap. Just going to make sure my... I should have done the other ones first, but I'm like, I just want it to get pointed. I can always put 1 or 2. I'm going to put a second because it's just a good idea. I might move that a little more. Or it might work. I can always cover it with whatever. There. That way my string's in place. And then I'm going to take my 3 hearts that we die cut earlier. And we're going to create like a kite. And my idea for this is something I came up on my own because I love Banksy, even though Banksy is very political in his endeavors of art, but I just love Banksy. So this whole thing kind of makes me think of Banksy. So I'm just going to lay these on so I have an idea where all this is going to go. And I'm also going to lay on my love. That way if something's overlapping, I can make an adjustment now. There we go. And I'm going to use dimensionals for the hearts. So I'm going to cut an itty bitty dimensional for the little heart. But yeah, the idea of the girl with the balloon, it's like one of my favorites of his. Also because back in the day, I don't think it was a legit Banksy. Probably like a, you know, replicated one. But at Hamilton, at the beach strip there, at the one lighthouse, was a Banksy painting on the wall. That, you know, graffiti art and all. And it was the girl with the balloon type look. And I just loved seeing it all the time. It's like, it's so cute. And this time I was like, when I was making this project last week, I'm like, I just wanted a Banksy type feel. Without the political, but something positive with love. And that was my whole idea for this cute card. And I love the red around it this time, even though that is still very crooked. Because I don't do 1/8 of an inch very well. Not a fan of 1/8 of an inch. And then there's my heart. So there's the 3 hearts. And then I'm going to take this love and get some glue dots on it. To glue that on. Get a few to start. And I can always adjust if I need to put any more on there. And I gotta do those out for a walk soon. Before it gets way too cold. And maybe next week we'll do paper pumpkin. How's that? Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll do an inspired one next week for paper pumpkin. That might be more fun. Alright, so I got this love. So then very, very carefully put it on. I'm going to add another glue dot for the top of the L. Because it needs it. Alright, there we go. Then, we're missing something. Brushed butterflies. I gotta figure out where they are. Do I have them out? Probably not. Nope. Okay. Time to take a few minutes and dig for supplies. Of course. Classic me. Alright. Un moment. So I've got piles and piles of stuff all over. You think I would have had that prepared, but I didn't. Typical me. Come on, box. Because I got another old paper pumpkin kit just at the top here. There's the butterflies. There we go. And I just want to get this back together. I need like a bigger house. And I used like 5 butterflies on this. I don't know if I'll use the same, but we'll see as we get going. Generally, odd numbers is key, hence why there's 3 hearts. That is the key component, and I'm just going to use my nails. And kind of do an assortment of 5. Of course, that looks a little too uniformly interesting, so let's move them around a little. There we go. There's our butterflies. Now we're still not done. We got to put it on our card base. So I'm going to put this back in the packaging. That way I can keep my butterflies safe for next time. I think these are still current as well, actually. Alright. So then I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. But because I kind of goofed earlier, I'm just going to take a scissors and slightly cut that edge. Because I can see that edge just does not look the same. There. I feel slightly better about that because I did not line it up very well. So flip over, dimensionals. And I'm going to put 4 in the corners. And I'm going to use seal in the middle. 4. So I'm just getting these cut. That way use up every bit of material. And actually, if you want to see a new paper pumpkin kit, let me know. Because I'll do up a video another day, perhaps. Because I do want to get into it, because I love purple. It's just, this card was on my mind for a while, and I'm like, I just really want to do it. So then I got those in the corners, and then something different is put seal in the middle. And I'll explain it shortly once this gets glued on. Another key component, make sure my card directional is proper. And then get this. Put this on 1/4 of an inch. Careful that I'm suddenly having an oops-a-daisy here. Come on. So kind of get on best I can. There we go. And then punch in the center because I put the seal. That way it creates kind of a bit of a bow effect with that. And I'm just going to fix that one little glue dot that's kind of in the middle of nowhere because I don't like it. So I'm just going to get rid of it because it's annoying me. Because what it does is, I know you can't can't tell with this card, to be fair, but it creates the edges stick out versus the center's more flat in. I know this card does not do it justice, but it looks really good. So there we go. That is the finished card an hour in. Typically me, I gotta do a lengthy project. So there we go. There's the two cards. Yeah, that little bit of red border looks so much better. And there we go. So, let me know, which one do you like better? The puppy or the kitty? It's the same card. The only thing different is slightly change up a few things, put in a red border in the dog versus the cat. And they both have, oh, and I put the love on the inside of that one. And they both have that neat accordion inside, which looks, actually I used a smaller piece for that one, but for the white, but that's okay. I ended up using 1/2 inch, not 1/4 inch, but that's okay. It's fun to change it up. So there we go, that's our project. And then some lucky person's getting this card. I just haven't got around to getting a name yet. So yeah, let me know, which one do you want? Do you like puppy or kitty? Kitty or puppy? And what would you do differently? And actually, because I put an extra piece of paper in the front of this, it's making the front more solid. That's another thing, the key component is thick cardstock for the card base and layer the front, because that is much more stronger now than this one. So huge difference. All right, everyone. Well, I'm going to go because I got to go walk a couple of really cute doodles. And I want to get on with my night. Thank you for watching. Any questions, please let me know. I forgot to put my links up, but that's okay. Here you go. Here's the links at the end. Feel free to pause the video and get the links. But yeah, I'll be back again next week. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something different. Maybe I'll do more Sale-A-Bration. Maybe I'll do more of the paper pumpkin kit. I don't know, because that's a really pretty kit. All right, friends. Have a great night. Bye for now.